Muy buenas gente, ¿qué tal estáis? Bienvenidos de vuelta al canal, bienvenidos a otro capítulo más de Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. Vamos a continuar. A ver, nos quedamos justo en un momento bastante épico, ¿no? O sea, nos quedamos ahí después de que viniese Dal y si se hiciese con el poder, ¿no? Bueno, destruyese la cosa esta que supuestamente nos tenía que convertir en divino, ¿no? Y cómo quedó la historia, porque llevo 2 días sin grabar, tío. Yo desde el jueves estoy grabando esto sábado. Esto lo vais a ver mañana domingo. A ver, tenemos que entregar el juramento a Almira. ¿Y cuál es? Ah, es esta, ¿no? La arena del elegido. La arena empezó a desmoronarse a nuestro alrededor. Dalis ha usado la etérea para purificar el manantial. Ah, la utilizó para purificarlo. Vale, vale. En el momento, la verdad, aparecieron Dalis y Bredeman. Bueno, pues vamos allá. Tenemos que salir de aquí, pero no sé si os acordáis que al final lo quité porque el capítulo era muy largo. Pero era para arriba o para abajo. No sé, ¿esto qué es? Manantial, entonces para otro lado, ¿no? Nos encontramos como un doble de nosotros al intentar escapar. Que de hecho no sé cómo voy a escapar yo de aquí ahora, no sé. ¿Por dónde voy, tío? El obispo.
The structure lies in ruins, but you have at least survived. You should feel relief, disappointment, confusion, anything but the rage that wells up from deep within you. The rage grows, burning hotter than the volcano itself, tearing at you, seeking to overpower your senses. The red mist wants to descend. The red mist feels like it does not belong to you. The red mist feels alive. And it wants you. A familiar figure materializes before you. A copy of yourself, enraged. Your own face glowers at you in hateful fury. It opens its mouth. And your furious god begins to speak.
You failed.
Ah, que sí, ¿no? Somos un fracaso, ¿no?
You nobody. You traitor. You weakling. Look me in the eye. I am Relic.
Ah, pero no era un
I
doble
am
nuestro,
God of this
gente.
world. All that you are is mine. It shall be
bueno.
mine once more. Yield. Surrender yourself to your God, that he may right your wrong. Yield to Relic, that he may be God of
Traerte a Dios del pasado y su fútil rabieta contra la incuestionable realidad de su propia obsolescencia. No. Me voy a reír del Dios.
If you won't yield by your own will, you will yield
A mí
by
no me
mine.
da órdenes ni mi padre,
Yield
chaval.
to me.
Vale. Me toca ya, hijo. A ver, te voy a demostrar quién es el dios de aquí. Campeón. No tengo el super ataque ese chulo. ¿Qué es esto? Masacre. Estás librado de que estás lejos. Voy a por este. Está aquí. A por Amadia. Dios, la maté, tío. Dios. Otra vez. Me he cargado 2 y casi 3. Como huyes, cobarde. Como huyes, cobarde, que el culo te arde. Nada. Ostras, ¿y este? Titán de la fuente.
I am the last. I am the one. You are nothing.
Vale, bueno, vamos a darle pal pelo a este también. Vamos a ver. 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 Vamos a primero que voy a hacer contigo, mamonazo, es traerte para acá, porque está muy lejos, tío. ¿Está muy lejos? Si tengo aquí el pie. ¿No puedo? ¿En serio, tío? Me está vacilando. Vale, me está vacilando. Pues nada. Ah, con esto no llego. Que no llego, tío. Hala. Para tu casa, rey.
The Titan lies in pieces before you. The god controlling it is dead by your hand. Lava roils as earthquakes rumble around you. Shockwaves of sound pierce the air, the growl of shifting ground. Suddenly, a voice echoes in your mind. It's Malady. Where the hell are you, she calls. Ah, find my beacon. We need to get out of here now.
Ah, esto lo recuerdo, tenemos que buscar la baliza.
Her voice crackles and dissipates in your mind.
La arena del elegido. Vale. Vale, pero estamos como en modo lucha todavía, ¿eh? Tenemos que ir a la baliza, que la baliza creo que estaba por aquí, tío. No sé dónde estaba. O estará al revés. Está aquí. Está... para acá, ¿no? Vale. Ah, por aquí puedo subir. Vale. Bien. No podemos escarbarlos, ¿no? No, pero el obispo sí. Bueno, hasta donde llegues, tío. Mira, no puedo subir, tío. Eso que te queda solo un punto. Aquí está la baliza, pero no la quiero tocar todavía. Vale. Vale. Poción de curación mediana, ¿en serio? ¿Solo tiene esa? ¿Really? Obvio. No me deja, tío. Ahora. Ahora. Ahora me queda peas. A que me matan por gilipollas. Ya veréis. Luego por saquear al obispo. Vale. Vale, Feina muerto. No pasa nada. Vale. Vale, toca bestia ya y entro. Se había que saquear, tío, el cuerpo del obispo, tío. Ahí está, maladín. Mal dolor. Es que me niego a llamarla mal dolor. Dios, vaya yardo lleva ahí la garganta.
I guess when I said never again, I really meant once or twice more. Okay. Okay. Wall of Echoes once more.
Volvemos a la sala de los ecos.
Away from home.
Darle las gracias por sacarte la isla sin nombre justo a tiempo. Va a faltar poco. Preguntarle por el esfuerzo que realiza para transportaros entre reinos. Me parece muy afectada. Tomarte un instante para recobrar el anito después de todo lo que ha pasado. Sí, vamos a preguntarle esto. A ver si está bien.
You know what affects me a great deal? Hauling you thither and yon only to see you still haven't managed to ascend. I want a god in my debt. Is that so much to ask? At least you managed to murder one of the 7. Quite the spectacle. I've never seen anything so... Let's talk about this later. I need to rest. We've still one big jump to go, but...
She casts her gaze around, taking in the streaming bluish ether. She breathes a deep, ragged breath.
At least it's quite beautiful here, isn't it? I'm going to take a rest. Sort myself out. I suggest you do the same. Speak to the ship if you need me. She'll know where to find me. This may be your last bit of respite before the storm blows in again, Godwoken. Enjoy it. You deserve that much.
Vale. Capítulo 5, la isla sin nombre. Claro, aquí tendremos la oportunidad a lo mejor de elegir a nuestros compañeros otra vez. Vamos a hablar con Sidlora.
It's okay. We're okay. He runs his paws over the cat's skeleton with long, methodical strokes. Sometimes his fingers curl, as if he's forgotten that Quercus's fur is long gone.
Shh, don't cry. We got out. We made it. We're safe. They can't get us here. The Knights will never hurt us again, Quercus. I promise.
Otra vez, preguntarle qué le hicieron a los caballeros del nido antes. Reírte y decirles que ya estás salvo. ¿Eres su escudo o no? Marcharte en silencio y dejarlos conversando. A ver, otra vez.
Quercus, after all the shield has done, do you think it's time? Yes. Yes, I think so too. The story belongs to us both. And by now the shield deserves to know the truth.
The squirrel looks up and meets your eyes for the first time. Small, shining beads take you in.
We have traveled some time together, Shield. There were times when I very nearly lost heart. My research, so much of it has led to naught. At times, I fear I am no closer to stopping the acorn than when I started. But you have been relentless. When I felt I might falter, you sallied forward. You and Quercus have given me strength when mine waned. You deserve to know the truth. The reason I know so much about the Knights of Dre, the reason I'm the one who needs to stop them. Well, I was one of their order once.
Un acólito del bellota.
I was an acolyte of the Great Acorn. I saw dwarves tear down my forest, turning my home into weapons of war. I saw humans launching great orbs of fire into the homes of my friends. I saw lizards shackling the citizens of the land with harnesses and whips. The great acorn would stop you all for good.
Entre cerrar los ojos está hablando de genocidio. Y cogerte de hombros, lo entiendes, sonreír. Genocidio.
And what do you call the destruction of an entire forest and all its inhabitants? They call it progress. We call it genocide. The same as you. You reap what you sow. Isn't that right? At least, that's what I thought then. I believed in the cause of the great acorn. I believed, but they proved themselves zealots.
He runs his paws along Quercus's bony head and scritches the space behind his ear. Quercus rattles a dry, contented purr.
Quercus was once a beautiful, burnished orange, long of hair, green of eye, so soft of tread he could stalk through a thicket of dry thorns without disturbing a single one. That was before. Before the Knights of Dre decided... well, they decreed... They executed
lo
him.
ejecutaron. No voy a decir nada más, dejar que esas palabras hielen el aire, a sentir con solemnidad, lo sientes.
Squirrels alone shall reap the great acorn's blessings, they said. It's unnatural to associate with other species. So, they killed him. My friend. It was then I knew that they'd gone too far. It was then that I realized what I had been party to. It took every last bit of magic I had gathered to bring him back. Then we ran. I just wanted to find a safe den where we could hide together, but...
The squirrel sits quietly for a moment, running his hand down the cat's spine. Quercus arches his back and flexes his claws.
But Quercus said we could do more. He said we should push on.
Y ahora, preguntarle qué piensa hacer. Agacharse, acariciar al cornoque, marcharte en silencio. Vamos a acariciar al cornoque.
The cat leans into your palm, rubbing against you, and only a quick act of acrobatics stops Solora from being knocked off. The squirrel throws his hands up in indignity, but you can see a quiet smile spreading underneath his whiskers.
What a bevy of misfits we are! Though I suppose it is best to fit badly in a world gone mad. Fear not, Shield. I will discover how to stop the great acorn. I will protect the creatures of this land, all of them, from the Knights. With Quercus at my side, with you at my side, I know I will not fail.
Vale, pedazo de conversación hemos tenido aquí con Sir Lora. Vale, vamos a hablar con todo el mundo, evidentemente.
After all that's just happened, life, every flawed morsel of it, seems more precious to you than ever. You look around at those who have accompanied you so far. In each one, something unique shines through. Divinity has eluded you so far, but humanity beats strong within you, here and now. Who knows what lies ahead for you, for your companions? Your quest failed. The void is growing stronger, and the hall is dark. You feel the need for some affection. Perhaps they feel it too.
Decirle a Bestia que has estado pensando en él y en su barba mucho. Mirar a Finn y preguntarle si quiere acompañarte a las cubiertas inferiores. Te gustaría conocerlo. Preguntarle a Lose si quiere acompañarte. Reconoces que esperabas con ganas el momento de estar a solas con ella. Pensando a lo mejor no te apetece tanto momento íntimo y personal con nadie. Ah, pues sí, pues con Lose.
Alone? Together? You and me? I love that. Lead the way, Chief.
Venga, vamos a echar un pinchito.
As you move to go below decks, the live wood creaks and groans. The steps you thought you knew lead you to a part of the ship you've never seen before. A newly carved nook that smells of resin and wood chips. Touching the wall beneath your fingers, the live wood hums at your touch. You understand that the Lady Vengeance has carved this space for you in gratitude for your
¿Qué te crees? Es que lo describe tan bien, tío. El olor a resina y la madera recién cortada. Es que me lo estoy imaginando y todo. El olor.
You enter and feel the presence of the ship recede, offering you the total privacy of a moment alone with your companion. The first moment you have been truly alone together.
Would you get a load of this place?
Aquí estuve yo con Foforiel y Seville. Mira este sitio.
She saunters around the room, inspecting it like she plans to move in. She tosses her head over her shoulder and calls out to you in an affected tone.
I suppose it will do, darling.
Responder en el mismo tono. Ay, cómo sufrimos. Mirarla, te encanta mirarla. Decirle que deje de hacer el tonto que quiere sonar. Mirarla, te encanta mirarla.
Her face cracks into a smile, then a laugh.
So, what should we do? Wait, don't answer that.
She digs into her pack, skipping over to you, and sits on the ground at your feet, then tugs your hand for you to sit on the ground too. She sets an empty bottle on the ground between you and looks at you impishly.
Let's play a game.
Te sientes como un chiquillo aquí, en el suelo, ante sus pícaros ojos resplandecientes. Estás nervioso y, de repente, no sabes qué decir. Sonreír. ¿Qué juego tiene en mente? Decir que no estás seguro. Va, como un chiquillo, ¿no?
Don't worry, it's easy. It's called Spout's Choice. We each take a turn spinning this here bottle, and whoever the spout points to, well, I'll explain that part when we get there. You can go first.
She takes your hand and places it on the bottle, on its side between you.
Go on, spin.
Hacer que gire en el sentido de las agujas del reloj. Hacer que gire en el sentido contrario, decirle que no quieres jugar. Venga, en el sentido de las agujas.
The bottle swishes in circles as it spins. Losa watches it intently as it lands, pointing directly at her. She smiles and blushes.
Decirle que este es su juego y preguntarle por qué se sonroja.
Well, in this game, you're meant to plant one on whoever the bottle lands on.
She flutters her eyelashes in exaggerated coquettishness, her blush deepening.
Inclinarte hacia adelante, besarle las mejillas y luego los labios. Preguntarle si no quiere hablar antes sobre lo que ha pasado, los dioses, el demonio de su cabeza. Con timidez decir que no estás seguro de querer. La primera, gente.
She kisses you back, gently, more gently than you expected, then leans away, flushed with color.
My turn.
She spins the bottle, and it twirls and twirls, and comes to a rest, pointing into a no-man's land to the left of your knee. She doesn't lift her eyes from the bottle, but quickly corrects it to face you. She looks up then, drawing an arc with her eyes from the bottle's tip to your gaze. Her dark eyes are deeper, lusher than ever before.
Hey, Chief.
She crawls across the space between you and climbs into your lap, wrapping her legs around you.
Abrazarla con fuerza, inclinarte para besarla, preguntarle qué hace. Abrazarla con fuerza.
She melts into you and nuzzles her face into the crook of your neck. Her body is warm, warmer than it should be. Her weight comforting and solid
¿Cómo lo
against
describe
you.
el narrador? Es como si estuvieses leyendo un libro, tío. Es que es igual. Aparte es que lo tiene que hacer así porque, como veis, gráficamente no está sucediendo.
She speaks into your neck, her lips brushing against your skin.
Chief. Look, I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out. I don't know if we'll find Dallas. I don't know which one of us is gonna, you know, all the stuff they say we'll do. I don't even know if I'm still gonna be myself much longer. But I do know that I'm happier now than I've ever been in my life. You make me feel like I have a voice. Like I'm not just a host. Like I'm a real person. I need to tell you something.
Decirle que adelante, decir que sea lo que sea, la respuesta es sí. Decirle que esto es demasiado para ti, que quieres irte. No, decirle que sea lo que sea, la respuesta es sí.
I'm serious. The thing is, well, you know, when two people get to know each other pretty well, it's just,
Este es el momento, vamos, decirle que la quieres.
What?
Suddenly, you feel the thud, thud, thud of her heart hammering against her chest and into yours.
I love you too. I love you too.
Oh, qué bonito.
I love you too.
Qué bonito.
One tear streams out of the corner of her eye as she breaks into a fit of laughter and throws herself forward, knocking you to the ground, her whole body wrapped around yours.
Oh, I've wanted you for so long. I've wanted you like this for so long.
Los actores también de doblaje son muy buenos, Ponerle una mano en la cara y mirarla. Los ojos hambrientos, las mejillas sonrojadas, los labios húmedos. Decirle que nunca has deseado a nadie tanto en tu vida. Decirle que si no te besa, vas a explotar. Decirle que esto es demasiado para ti, que quieres irte. ¡No, hombre! Esto. Mejor, sin palabras.
She grins and takes your chin softly in her hand, parting your lips. She comes close to your mouth, so close, then licks your lips. Once, twice. And kisses you softly. Soft as your first time, then harder, deeper, her tongue swirling around yours.
Apretar tu cuerpo contra el suyo, las bocas, los pechos, las caderas se mueven a un ritmo secreto que solo vosotros dos compartís. Dejar que tome la iniciativa. Está encendiendo fuegos artificiales en tu cabeza y estos no te dejan pensar en nada más que en ella. Decirle que esto es demasiado para ti, que no, pesado. Apretar tu cuerpo contra el suyo.
She tugs at your clothes and growls in your ear.
Get these off.
Vale. Quítate la ropa, hombre.
She nips and kisses newly exposed flesh all over your body, running her mouth from your neck to your belly button, down to your shins, up to your thighs.
Oh, that is one beautiful man.
Ahora.
She sits up on her knees, still straddling your hips, and shimmies out of every last article of clothing. Her body is smooth and soft, flesh dipping generously beneath your hands. You could take handful after handful of her and never have enough.
Here I am, all of me, and I want all of you.
Decirle que quieres entregarte por completo a ella.
She moves her body slowly, slowly, slowly over yours, until you are one person, the surprise of it, the perfection of it making you both gasp. She moves in small circles, your bodies joined like they were made for each other, like they were never meant to be apart.
Oh, you're perfect. You're perfect.
Decirle que quieres más, extender las manos y acariciar su suave piel, las hermosas curvas de su cuerpo.
She covers your hands with hers, guides them to places that make her exhale sharply, her eyelids fluttering. She keeps a gentle pace, then begins moving faster, harder, sweat glistening on her collarbone.
Like this?
La sangre te corre veloz por las venas, temblando, en tensión. Decirle que sí, así. Acurrucarte y lamerle el sudor. Decirle que es tu turno. No, déjala. Que estamos bien. Acurrucarte y lamerle el sudor.
She keeps the pace, her eyes locked with yours, a half-drugged smile on her lips.
This is it. This is my cure. You're my cure.
You are one in the night, one great, beautiful being, your bodies aching with desire where they touch, your mind ablaze, your souls entwined, growing great, greater, greater, greater.
How could I have gone this long without you?
In this infinite moment, it feels you'll never be apart again.
Fin. Se acabó. Os podíais haber quitado la ropa, por lo menos. Por lo menos ropa interior. Están ahí acostados, ahí con toda la armadura, ¿sabes? Vaya a hablar. A ver que ponga una perspectiva mejor, ¿no?
Losa yawns and stretches, arching her whole body like a cat. She folds into you, her head on your chest, arm draped around your body.
I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life, you know. However long that is.
Decirle que será muchísimo tiempo. Levantar su barbilla y besarla. Decirle que la amarás durante el resto de su larguísima vida.
Even if I have morning breath. Even if a demon eats my whole brain? Even if I hog all the blankets in the night and I'm not even sorry?
Reír y abrazarla con más fuerza aún. Decirle que te lo estás repensando. De repente comprendes que has cometido un terrible error. Reír y abrazarla con más fuerza.
She holds you tighter and kisses your chest, where your heart is.
So, I guess we should get back out there. Save the realm, stop the void, blah blah blah.
Preguntarle si tienes que hacerlo, estirarte y decir que estás listo, pero que te alegras mucho por la pausa. Decirle que preferirías volver a la cama con ella.
She runs a finger up your torso, making you jump.
We get out of this thing alive, there'll be plenty more where that came from.
She plants a quick kiss on your lips and a bite on your neck.
Let's get out of here, Chief.
Vale, let's go. Vale, hemos echado el polvete de turno. Ya estamos con ella. Es nuestra querida.
Hey, Chief. You ready to get out of here?
Decir que lo supone preguntarle si recuerda cómo se avanza desde aquí a apartar su mano con la tuya y guiñarle un ojo. A ver, espérate, ¿esto qué es? Apartar su mano con la tuya.
Hey now, let's keep it professional and everything. We're still God-woken on a mission, aren't we? Though, after experiencing that thing you did with your tongue, I guess I know who the real God among mortals is.
Decir que lo supone preguntarle si recuerda cómo se avanza desde aquí.
Malady said something about the ship's figurehead, didn't she?
Vale, vamos a hablar con los demás.
Well, hello again. As much as I would enjoy sailing these waters with you, I fear our time is short. I believe Malady recommended speaking to the ship's head when you were ready to leave.
No dicen nada nuevo.
But I suppose it all depends on how much faith you put in a half-demon.
No. A ver, bestia.
Hey up. I hear we're about ready to move out.
Vale, sí, no dicen nada nuevo, gente.
Not right now. Come back later.
Vale, ¿este quién es? Ah, mira, Ifan.
Ifan's spirit stares at you, seemingly through you. There is neither affection nor blame in his expression.
Agita una mano delante de sus ojos, llamarla por su nombre.
He gives no sign of seeing you. Ifan's eyes flicker rapidly from side to side, as if trying to take in an expansive sight. He whispers, Gleku Duma, over and over, and suddenly you seem to hear the chattering of thousands of elven voices in the distance. Then, before your eyes, his spirit dissolves into the sound, his own voice joining the cacophony that you can hear. That you could hear, for now no sound remains. All is calm.
Vale. Y desaparece. ¿Robar? Pues es mi barco. Vale. Había más peña por aquí, pero bueno, yo creo que vamos a continuar, ¿no? Ahora que me voy a poner a hablar con todos ahora, ¿no? Vamos, tenemos la misión de Almira, espérate. Es cierto, que no se me olvide.
The day was lost, and no one won. Divinity is still up for grabs. Will you be the one to grab it?
Preguntarle en qué está pensando.
Not but the demon.
Vale, está pensando en el demonio.
A trivial task, really, compared to your current pursuits
Eva, ¿no?
of divinity.
Preguntarle si ha hablado con Malady últimamente.
I did. She's quite graciously taking us to demon-haunted arcs. Our pursuits align and continue.
Vale. Tarkin.
All this commotion hasn't made it any easier for me to restore an
Preguntarle qué proceso ha hecho.
The fewer distractions, the better. My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with, even for someone like myself. I remain confident of success.
Vale, atalo. Me quedan estos dos.
I thought you'd forgotten about me, darling.
Vale, decirle que te has abierto paso a golpes a través del consejo. Decirle que pretendes crear la rompejoramentos por tu cuenta y necesitas que te devuelva la tabla. Ah, no, se la doy a ella. Sacarla, vamos, digo yo. Sacar las piezas de la rompejoramentos y dárselas a Mira. Me fío de ella, no sé.
Why, I can't remember the last time someone showed me such kindness.
Mira, nos da el libro de habilidades tormenta de
Maybe
sangre.
even never. When it matters most, I will stand alongside you.
Vale.
I promise.
Eso es buena señal.
After all, I am soon to be a free woman. I can choose to follow whomever I wish now.
Gracias. Constitución... Hostia, divino esto, ¿eh? Constitución... Genio 4, tío. Wow, castigo, liderazgo. Es todo divino, ¿eh? Así que vamos a elegirlo bien la pieza porque... Pericia... Hidrosofista... Requiere inteligencia solo esto, ¿eh? Daga no. Y esto tampoco. O sea, voy a coger esto para Lose o para Fein. Para Lose le vendría bien hidrosofista, ¿no? Tiene un poquito de pericia y cazador. Que esto es lo que hace que te puedes manejar algún arco, alguna habilidad de arquero o lo que sea. O para este también podría ser. O una pernas de guía, no sé. Es que nosotros vamos muy chetados. Nuestro personaje... Voy a coger esto. Y luego, ¿qué me ha dado? Tornado, que ya lo teníamos. Y doble carnicería. Unos guantes. No está mal. 2 piezas, ¿eh? Gente. 2 piezas, tío. Divinas.
How goes your little endeavor?
Me he abierto paso a golpes a través del consejo.
Almira gives you a devilish grin and traces her finger along your forearm.
I had a feeling you'd be one to watch, my dear. I'm glad to hear my faith wasn't misplaced.
Claro que sí. Está guapo el diseño de Almira, ¿eh? Los tatuajes y todo que lleva, ¿eh? Ya tengo novia, así que... Vale, esta es Seville, pero bueno...
Love and liquidate from death. Let me live.
Take whatever time you need to gather yourself, my friend.
Vale, veis la ley de venganza que invoque a Maladín. Decir que sabes que ley de venganza guió a Dalis hasta ti en la isla sin nombre. Sí, pero por alguna razón, ¿no?
Yes, I am sorry. She had me built to her exact designs. Not even I know all the ways in which she can control me. She was able to follow my wake like a shark. But I will see myself destroyed rather than be forced to betray you again. I swear.
It shall be done.
Melody's face is drawn. She seems tired, somewhat subdued. She looks you over and squints.
What's wrong with you? You seem...
Decirle que sí, te sientes mejor de lo que te has sentido en mucho tiempo. Decir que se equivocar eres tú, ni mejor ni peor. Decir que es más bien a lo contrario. Decirle que crees que te has enamorado. ¡Me he enamorado! ¡Me he enamorado!
Well. And does the object of your affection feel the same about you?
Decir que crees que sí.
A smirk curls across her face.
Good for you, darling. We could all use a little good news about now, couldn't we? What comes next will be... well, it'll be up to you how it will be. I've had some time to think, and there's a few matters I want to discuss before we carry on. I doubt you've forgotten the death of Meister Siva.
She swallows hard and closes her eyes for a moment, as though trying to dispel a dizzy spell.
She and I had a deal, you see. A deal that's now quite obviously defunct. According to its terms, I was to help you ascend to divinity, and she was to help me with another matter. The details aren't important now, it's just... never mind. Another entangling alliance. But I won't be able to disentangle it on my own. There may come a time when I need to count on you as an ally. So, are we?
Decirle que necesita más información. ¿A qué alianza enmarañada se refiere? Decirle que después de todo lo que ha hecho por ti serías idiota si no la considerases tu mejor aliada. Decir que precisamente ella debería entender que te preocupes por ti, por nadie más. La segunda.
I'm glad to hear you say that. We do make quite the team, don't we? I found out where Dallas is heading. There's a great city not far from Driftwood, Arx by name. It's controlled by magisters, so you'll have your work cut out for
Pues
you.
nada, liquidar todos los
We have to
maestros.
find out what she's planning to do with the powers of the Seven. You'll need to find her and take back what she stole, and quickly, before she does something irreversible. Dallas, or any of the others for that matter, cannot be allowed to use the powers of the gods. She doesn't understand what must be done. She doesn't understand how to rule.
Lo que significa gobernar, pedirle a Malady que se explique. A ver, que era una ceja y cree que tú sabrás gobernar. Bueno, a ver, explícate.
It's quite simple, really. Chaos is a fact of life, surer than any other. Power is one of the few structures that can cut a line through that chaos. If wielded well, that line will mean stability, order, a comfort against the unknowable, changing forces of chaos. If wielded poorly, the line will mean domination, terror, different from chaos, but no better. Dallas, and the others like her, Alexander, the Mother Tree, the Prince of Shadows, they are little better than demons, really. They seek power at the expense of others, not to create stability, but to create servants.
Bueno, pero ya han caído unos cuantos.
Look at my face, Godwoken.
Decirle que ves a una elfa. Decirle que ves a un demonio. Decirle que la ves a ella, Malady, ni más ni menos. A Malady.
I suppose we all see what we want to see. When I look in the mirror, I see balance. Balance between darkness and light, between good and evil. Whatever those categories mean. When the time comes for you to ascend, remember my face. Remember that despite any shortcomings you might have, if you can bring a semblance of balance to the world, you'll have done as good as the Seven did. And if you can be stronger than them, you'll do all the better. The Seven are gone, slain by their Godwoken, slain by you. You have the potential, the obligation even, to do better than they did. To create a
Decir
better
que te sorprende
world
oírla
than
hablar
the
de esta
world
forma,
they
parece
made.
muy interesada en el destino del mundo. ¿Por qué? Decirle que no la decepcionará. Preguntarle cómo está tan segura de que eres capaz de hacer lo que pide. No la decepcionaremos.
Very good. Then it's time we touch down in Arx and take back what Dallas stole.
Vale.
Shall we go?
A sentir, rumbo a Arx. Sí, vámonos.
Very good. How lucky for you I'm on your side. I'm probably the only one masterful enough to transport an entire ship safely between the land of the dead and the land of the living. Captain Malady stands at the ready.
Vale. Let's go.
After the briefest moment of respite, Malady brought the Godwoken to Arx to recover the divine powers Dallas had snatched away. But the half-demon's secret was taking its toll on her.
Lucian! Fools! The bastard's going to ruin everything! Brace! Brace! Brace!
No recuerdo si tenemos que pelear o no. No, vale. Pero el barco ha quedado en la...
Don't say anything.
Malady groans, her face twisting in pain. She falls to one knee, catching herself on her hands.
Hacer un gesto hacia el barco destruido y felicitarla por la maniobra, no, hombre. Darle la mano para ayudarla a levantarse, preguntarle qué ocurrió. Darle la mano para ayudarla.
She raises one hand and raises herself to her feet.
No need to fuss, I'll be fine. It's just that traveling between the realms isn't easy, you know? It takes something from my soul each time. But never you fear, I've pulled a clever trick out of my sleeve. The Lady Vengeance stands in two realms at once.
Podemos volver cuando
Body
queramos.
here, her soul in the Hall of Echoes.
Al estar en la sala de los ecos, ¿podremos recargar fuente ahí?
At least I got us where we wanted to go. This is Arx. This is where Dallas has fled with the powers of the gods. This is where the path to divinity leads.
Asimilar tu entorno, preguntarle cuál es el siguiente paso, preguntarle si tiene alguna idea de por dónde deberías empezar. ¿Por dónde podríamos empezar?
Your guess is as good as mine for once. If it were me,
Con la orden
I'd
divina
start
en la
with the
ciudad.
divine order in the city. Last I heard, there were plenty of magister within the city walls. If their beloved leader is among them, they'll likely have heard about it. Dallas must be stopped. She has stolen the powers of the Seven. You'll need to get the Aetiran back if you're to fight the God King. You'll need it if you're to ascend. Track her in Arx. Find out where she's gone and end her. Take back the Aetiran and the powers of the gods with it. You cannot fail, Godwoken. Not for anything.
Hey, Chief, before we get a move on, I'd like a word with Malady. You mind?
Sí.
Psst. Hey, Mals.
Mal.
I'm not, you know, feeling so hot.
I should think not. The demon is getting closer to himself. You'll meet him in Arx soon enough, and if you meet him like this, it's bye-bye Losa. We won't let that happen, will we? I've got a little something cooking. There's power in names, after all. And we know exactly who Adramalik is. Don't worry. I'll find you before it's too late. Demon's honor.
Vale.
Hey, everything okay?
Preguntarle dónde cree que deberías ir ahora, decirle que quieres hablar con ella sobre, bueno, a vosotros dos, decirle que te diste cuenta de que estaba mal en la isla. Esperabas que hubiese aparecido el demonio. Explicarle que te gustaría que fuera... A ver, ¿no?
She says nothing for a moment, but chews her lip, deep in thought.
To be honest, so did I. When we first arrived on the island, I could barely keep a lid on it. But when we fought the gods, it suddenly grew quiet. I think it's waiting, biding its time. For what, I'm not totally sure, but
Tengo curiosidad de ver cómo acaba la
eager.
historia suya de Losa, tío.
I
A ver si termina bien.
wish I didn't have to say that.
Quiero hablar contigo.
Oh?
Decir que se acerca de lo de antes en el barco, cuando los dos...
I remember.
¿Qué
What about
significaba
it?
para ella? Decirle que puede que dijese y hiciese cosas que no debía, decirle que no puedes dejar de pensar en ello. No puedo dejar de pensar en ello.
Look, Chief, I've had a long, short life. And one thing I figured out is, when it's right, it's right. And what we had was... correct. You know how I feel about you. That isn't going to change. Not now, not ever. But I don't expect anything from you. I don't even want anything from you, but to see where this road takes us. If that road should happen to lead straight to a quiet spot with a mat on the floor and no one watching, well, you wouldn't hear any complaints from this corner.
Vale. A ver, ¿este qué quiere ahora?
Oh, Quercus. She might have been butchered.
Ah, bueno. Está hablando de Lady
Still
Venganza.
made a noble home. And now we cannot hide in their barren hall of echoes. We cannot idly wait for fate to take us. There's only...
Solora looks up to
Señor,
you.
que escala súper
Then back
lento.
to Quercus. His whiskers twitch.
We must fight! Onward, Quercus! Onward, shield! Until the great acorn drops, there's still hope! Ho!
Así se habla, hombre. Vale, esto lo teníamos hecho mierda.
Gareth massages his forehead and grunts.
Vale, es verdad que al final este se salvó.
Ugh. Why does everything have to go to absolute shite? Glad to see you're still kicking at least. Though I should warn you, Arx kicks back.
Gareth scans the wreckage and whistles. The Lady Vengeance is well and
Vale,
truly
estás
ruined.
bien, si vas con él, las cosas no pintan bien. Recuerda que la venganza no era más que un barco, lo que hacía especial era... No, hombre, era una persona también. ¿Estás bien?
He stretches an arm in front of him and takes inventory of every scrape, cut and bruise.
As good as I'm gonna get. Godwoken, it may be Lucian's day,
Mira,
but
Ángel de la
Arx will
Guarda.
give you little cause
Este
to
lo teníamos ya,
celebrate. I must stay here, but I can give you this. Through it, Lucian may still protect you.
Uf, sigue aferrándose a Lucian después de todo lo que ha tenido que pasar. Preguntarle qué pretende hacer. Decir que te gustaría saber más sobre la ciudad de Arx.
It's a city at a crossroads.
En busca de Lord
Arju.
Es verdad, me acuerdo del Arju.
Arx endures an infinitude at once.
Eso era de una misión de alguien, el Arju ese. Creo, no sé si era el que buscaba Ifan, puede ser.
It's from Arx that the Divine Order operates, so to speak. Though you'll find its operations are as scattered as dandelion seeds in a cyclone. With both factions at odds, sorcery is not a pervading concern. Do not, however, assume that every paladin offers safe haven. The enemy of your enemy is not always a friend. Were I wearing your boots, I'd seek out Arju, the Lord Protector, and the Keeper of Lucian's Crypt.
O este me suena a mí del Pillars of Eternity 2, tío. Puede ser. ¿Aún sigues aferrándote a Lucian, tío?
Old habits, my friend. I pursued my guiding star. I had no idea it would lead me so astray. But it's still the only star I knew to follow in the darkness. Yet perhaps I found another.
Gareth smiles at you. You see in him something he's lacked of late. Hope.
Vamos a presionar a Gareth para sacarle más información sobre Arju.
Arju is Lucian's greatest asset. A great wizard and clever as a cat. He protects Lucian's remains deep within the Arx Cathedral, and I can think of no one better suited for it. He's a man of many talents, not the least of which is knowing. Arju spots details that elude even the savviest of spies. If the hammer has fallen in Arx, he'll have taken notice.
Vale, ¿qué pretendes hacer ahora?
I'll do what I do best.
Unir a la gente. Eso está bien.
Those that remain still need a chief, so I'll attend to whatever needs attending to. I have no more surprises up my sleeve. I dare say you've had enough.
Gareth grasps your shoulder as you turn to go.
You've done much for me. It's a miracle I even stand here now, frankly. You've got more miracles in you. With you, what was impossible seems possible again.
Vale, había visto por aquí un simbolito de exclamación. Pero parece que sea difuminado. Vale, entonces desde aquí restos de metal. Podemos viajar directamente al barco.
The statue reaches toward the sky, as though preparing to take from the bottom drops out from within you.
Podemos ir a la sala de los ecos aquí. Vale. Lo que pasa es que a lo mejor Tarkin está allí, ¿no? Por ejemplo. ¿O está aquí? ¿Está aquí?
Not the finest of landings, though I suppose our dear vessel did well enough, given it's not exactly in its natural habitat. At least I can still access all of my tools in the Hall of Echoes. I wouldn't relish the prospect of scouring through all this wreckage to find what I need.
¿Qué vas a hacer ahora?
Why work, of course. Anathema won't restore
Todavía
itself,
no lo he terminado.
I shall finish what I started, aboard whatever remains of the Lady Vengeance in the Hall of Echoes. Come and find me later in the Hall of Echoes.
La sala de los ecos. Vete si va a la sala de los ecos.
Anathema in working order.
Vale. Luego iremos para allá. Vale, tenemos más gente por aquí. A ver. Tenemos... Vamos a dejar ya por aquí, ¿vale, gente? Es una ardilla. Vale, son ardillitas. Estatua del divino.
Lucian the Divine, standing guard over Arx. He's been slacking off by the look of things.
Vale, pues lo vamos a dejar por aquí, pero antes vamos a ver el inventario un momento. Tenemos cosas nuevas. Vale, a ver. Doble carnicería. Bueno, se lo voy a dar esto a lo mejor a bestia. Y esta pechera mágica se la vamos a dar. A ver, lo sé. Mucho mejor, ¿no? Y esta, a ver cómo lo lleva Fane. Es mejor, sí. Cosa que te quita un puntito de piroquinético, aunque le sobra ya, piroquinético le sobra. Sobra bastante. Vamos a ponerse. Y... A ver, tenemos por aquí este anillo. Vale, este se lo puede poner. Contiene invocación. Capa de camaleón. Vale, y manda algunos libros también, ¿no? A ver. Veamos. Tormenta de sangre. Este es el que me han dado, ¿no? Pero este es de hidrosofista y nigromante, tío. El cielo llora lágrimas. Frisas de sangre coagulada caen sobre los personajes enemigos en la zona, cada una de las cuales inflige 317 transforma en sangre el agua de la zona. Bueno, ahí pone 300 y pico. Pero si cojo a ella, claro, 693, 767. Vale, falta 2 de necromante. De todas maneras se lo voy a poner a ella, porque es la única que tiene hidrosofista. Bueno, ya, sí. Necromante podría subírselo si quisiese, reconfigurando 2 puntos. Podría cambiarle Aeroteurgo, que le subí un montón de puntos, por necromancia, por ejemplo, si quisiese. Ah, vale, pero no la puedo aprender todavía. Vale, bueno, pues de todas maneras se la envío a ella para que la tenga ahí, así. Tornado. Y Ángel de la Guardia, que ya lo teníamos. Pues nada más, ¿no? Ya estaría todo. Las pirámides las tengo todas yo, ¿verdad? Sí. Vale, se enviamos una a Lose y otra se la enviamos a Bestia. Y ya está, ahora sí que estaría todo, gente. Vale, pues guardamos. Y mañana más. Vamos a echar un vistazo antes de irnos al diario, ¿vale? A ver cómo ha quedado. En busca de Lord Arjo, ¿vale? Ahora te sugirió que le pidiéramos ayuda a Lord Arjo. Vale, órdenes del doctor. Busca al doctor Daeva, esta la teníamos de antes. El lanzamiento de la niebla letal. Visita a los enanos en la mansión Ross. Encontraremos a Michael Ross en la boda de su hija. Esto también lo teníamos de antes, creo. El martillazo final. Encuentra a Dalis. Bien, y luego, a ver, Loses actualizado. El demonio de Loses reside en Arx. Mientras buscamos a Dalis, Malady intentará encontrar la forma de debilitarlo. Vale. Fane. A pesar de todo lo que ha sufrido, Fane parece tener un buen estado de ánimo. Quizás esté empezando a disfrutar de este mundo. Espero que siga siendo así. Y Bestia. Isbey, la consejera de la reina Justinia, es un agente del Anillo Negro. El dios rey está manejando los hilos. Crónicas, capítulo 5. El de venganza, zarpó robar. Bueno, todo esto lo que hemos hecho, ya está. Y el capítulo 6, que es el último. Este, ¿no? No sé si hay uno más. Con la etérea, Dalis ha robado los poderes de los 7. Sin ella no podremos enfrentarnos al dios rey ni extender. Deberemos acudir a Arx y buscarla. Y archivado. A ver, la llave de la libertad. Le dimos la rompejoramentos al Mira. Vale. La arena del elegido, que era la última que hemos hecho. Y ya está. Perfecto, ¿no? Todo perfecto. Madre mía, cuánta misión hemos hecho. Todo esto lo hemos hecho, gente. Ojo. Ojito. Pues nada, me despido ya. Espero que hayáis pasado un buen ratito. Y mañana más y mejor. Like, favorito si os gustó, para escribir, compartir lo que queráis. Besazo. Hasta mañana. Saludos. Chao.